All right, we are going to do lesson 4. So you guys should all have out this on your computers, and we are going to learn these words right here, okay? So it says at the top that the prima donna is the first lady, and it is the fancy person, the very first female singer in an opera. And here's that prim, meaning first, and donna means domina, which is lady. So now we're going to we're transferring from prim and prince from last week, and we're going to look more at like theater this week. And in language arts, you learn aspects of theater because we talk about scripts and things like that, okay? So here, it even defines a monologue, okay? It says that one person may recite a speech called a monologue, and we will define this here in a minute, but take a look at that. Mono means one, log is speech, monologue is a long speech by one person. I like this because it really shows how Greek roots work, or Latin roots, because it takes a word and you can break it up into the two parts so that you know exactly what that word means, okay? So here's our 8 words, and we are going to have 2 students read this loudly and proudly, and we will define the words here in a moment. All right, so Antoine, take it away. Adrian. You bet, front row. What a supportive friend, you know? I like it. All right, so we're going to define those words. The very first word we're going to define is act. And that is something Adrian says. She says the play is short. It has only 2 major parts, and each of the 2 acts has 3 scenes. So an act is a major section in a stage production. A major section in a stage production. The way I think of it, and you may not have read The Hunger Games, but sometimes there are books that are broken up into sections. So it'll say section 1. Section 1 will have chapters 1 through 13 or whatever. And then section 2, chapters 14 through 16. And then section 3, chapters 17 through 37. The big sections of the book are like the acts. And then the scenes are part of an act in a play. So an act is broken down into scenes. Acts are bigger than scenes, okay? There are other definitions of scenes, though. So you have part of an act in a play. This is also kind of like the setting. So this would also be the place where something happens. Now we're going to define the word balcony. You guys should know what a balcony is. Can somebody tell me what a balcony is? Yes, sir. Yeah, it's usually higher up, right? It's in the upper floor, and it kind of like it extends so that you can see the floor below, right? So a higher level, sometimes in a theater, it's not always in a theater. In a theater, well, that's not right. In a theater, where you are able to see over the floor below. It helps with seating, okay? So if you're sitting in a balcony, it helps you be able to see the stage, but it also allows the theater to hold more people. All right, the next word we're going to define is dramatic. And Adrian says, try not to be so dramatic. You'll be just fine. I'm sure as middle schoolers, you're never dramatic, huh? Yeah, you guys are dramatic all the time. So the word dramatic means like you are full of action, full of excitement. Okay? Dramatic also can just, a play is a drama. Okay? That's where that comes from. So I'm going to put that in parentheses. A play is a drama. If it's dramatic, it can just relate to plays as well. Okay, monologue. It had told us at the beginning, but if we use context clues, we're going to use the words around it. I'm so nervous about this play. I just know I'll forget my monologue. My legs start shaking when I start speaking alone on the stage. And it tells us up here, mono means one, log means speech. So even if I didn't have this up here, I could still figure out that monologue means speaking alone on the stage. Okay? A monologue is a speech given by one person. So think about a dialogue. Okay? Log, it's what's going to allow you to remember that that's speaking. Oh, I should have made that. Can't type and at the same time. Log, it is what's going to allow you to remember this is me speaking. Okay? Now, some of you may also know what a solo is because perhaps you're in music and you have gotten a solo. But a solo, if you look at it, what Adrian says, it says, now I have to go get ready for my solo. And right above it, it says, and even more so because I get to sing by myself on stage. So what is a solo? Yeah, a solo is a piece of music. Oops, don't want that. A piece of music for one voice or one instrument. And that is play or sing by yourself on stage. All right, this next one is stage directions. Again, we're going to use context clues. Come over here, and Antoine says, what if I'm nervous? What if I forget my stage directions? Am I supposed to exit left or exit right after my scenes? Well, you know that directions are, here's what you do here. A stage direction is simply directions that tell the actors and actresses what to do and where to go on stage, okay? Directions or instructions that tell the performers what to do and where to go on stage. So typically stage directions are not like it'll be in the script, but it'll say like exit left. So if you maybe have a monologue or a solo, it'll say exit left. Or maybe you'll have a monologue and in between the monologue, it may say cry here. Okay. That is the direction saying, hey, actor or actress, cry. Okay. It's telling you as a performer what to do. Okay. And this very last one is staging. This is the way that it says here, the staging is great with fabulous sets and costumes. So staging has to do with the sets and the costumes. Relating to sets and costumes. Basically, it's the way that a play or a room is put together. This is where you have the you have a tree here, you have a rock here, you have a castle here, you have this bedroom here, you have this costume over here. The staging is the visual stuff. Okay. So when you're there and you see the awesome costumes, the awesome props, the awesome set, that is the staging. Okay, so we have these 8 words. And what you're going to do for this activity is the one that you did for lesson 2. It's just broken up because we have the specific words. It might get a little tricky. Let me show you. So when you go to Schoology and you have your lesson 4 activities, okay, it is going to open up this document here. And it is set up where you have your words on the one side, okay, hopefully when it loads. Give it a sec. There they are. You have your words on the one side here. There's 8 of them, the same 8 we just defined. You're going to put the definition here. Okay. Now, finding a picture to represent the word, it might be difficult for stage directions. It might be difficult for staging. What I would do is look at the definition and try to make a connection. Okay, what word can I search for? So like for staging, part of me would look for like a movie or like a show set. So me staging, Mrs. Kane, bless you, loves the show Friends. I would look for the set of Central Perk, that fun orange couch, the coffee house. To me, that is staging. Okay. So there's your picture to represent the word. This is what I also wanted to talk to you about. You're going to write a sentence that includes the word. The word needs to be in the sentence. And it needs to show you your understanding. It needs to show that you understand what that word is. So if you say, I like balconies, I still don't know that you understand what the word balcony is, because I could walk up to you and say, okay, I like shoes. It's the same sentence. We're just switching the word out. That doesn't show context. But if you said, I like balconies because it's a seat that is far enough away, but I have a great view, well, then absolutely, then you're showing that you understand that word. Does that make sense? Okay. This is going to be due on Wednesday. If you need help finding words, that is, we are here to do that for you. You will again have a quiz on Friday over lesson 3 and 4. So you're going to have all 8 of these words to know. And you are also going to need to know prim and prince and SEQU and SEC. Okay. And like I said before, you're going to have some review words as well. So this one, there's going to be more to know for this quiz on Friday. Okay.